Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you play a song called Nothing Even Matters by Lauryn. And we end up cabling this on first fret to kind of match the recording, walk through a couple things in root position. And it does start off with this cool little keyboard intro where you could play the open E, third fret on the B, second fret on the G, and then open B, and then open E, kind of before our main bass line starts. So 0, 3, 2, 0, 0. And then from there, we kind of hit our main bass line, actually. It kind of goes through the intro, where you can play third fret on the low E string, and then fifth fret on the A string, and then back to third on the low E, third on the low E, fifth on the A, third on the low E, and then third on the A, and more third on the A, and then open A, and then open A, 2 on the A, 3 on the A, first fret on the low E, second fret on the low E, and then we kind of start that over again. So we went 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 0, 2, 3, 1, 2. So the notes you're playing are kind of G, D, 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 G, G, D, G, C, 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 A, F sharp. And you could kind of back that up with chords by starting on a G major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A second finger on the low E third, and third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and sounds really, really happy. Now you may also dig on putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, and kind of working that for your G major. Or if you want to jazz it up a little bit, you can take the regular G major shape and then take the third finger and slide it back to second fret. And that makes that a G major 7. So we can dig on that sound through the song too. And then from the G, we'd be going to a C major chord. We normally do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second fret, and then third finger on the A string third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord and it sounds really happy. You may also dig on lifting off the first finger and making that a C major 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B third for C major 9 and kind of say some stuff around the C. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing first finger on the D second finger on the A third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for your C major. And then from the C, we'd be going to an A minor chord. Normally you do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second fret, and third finger on the G second fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord that sounds really sad. Now you may also dig on lifting the first finger and making it an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the B third and an A suspended chord, kind of say some stuff around the A minor. Or you could lift off the third finger and make it an A minor 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E third, kind of work that for the A minor 7. Or you may dig on an A7 sus by doing first finger on the D second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that for your A minor. And then from the A minor, we'd be going to an F major chord. We'll talk about some easy ways to play this. Normally you do this first fret bar, second finger on the G second, third finger on the A third, and pinky on the D third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord and it sounds really, really happy. And a good substitute for that, if you're just starting out, is an F major 7, where you can do first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the G second, third finger on the D third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7 chord and it sounds really great. Or you might dig on an F major 13 by doing first finger on the G second finger on the D second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that for the F. And from the F, there's a really quick change that you could completely ignore. When you kind of make that change from the low E first fret note to the second fret note, you may want to use a D major chord. And normally you do that first finger on the G second finger on the high E second, third finger on the B third. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the second finger, making that a D sus2, or adding in the pinky on the high E third for a D suspended chord, kind of saying some stuff around that. Or you could take the D shape and take the thumb and kind of add in that low E string on the second fret, F sharp note, and that's called a D slash F sharp, kind of a D major chord, but now you got an F sharp in the bass. Or you might dig on a D sus slash F sharp by doing first finger on the low E second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that for the D. Or you may even want to make it a D7 chord by doing first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the G second, third finger on the high second fret. Or you could lift off the third finger and make that a D7 sus2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high third for D7 sus, kind of say some stuff around it. Or you could take the D7 and then add in the F sharp, kind of a D7 slash F sharp. And you can do that with your thumb. Or you could readjust the fingers and do first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the G second, pinky on the high second. Getting in that particular chord though might be really tricky, so you may want to kind of just leave it out and just kind of go with the F chord. But through that part, actually, if you're kind of working the down count, you'd have kind of a G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then A minor 1, 2, 3, F 1, 2, 3, and then this is the weird part, you have the D for the last two. So it's kind of an A minor for 3, F 1, 2, 3, and then D for 2. So it's kind of a 3 plus 3 plus 2 idea on the A minor F to D. A minor F D, A minor 1, 2, 3, F 1, 2, 3, D. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the G and just tried that, you'd have down, down, up. About applying that, this is a really slow pace for the strum pattern for the tune, but on the A minor F, you may want to do the A minor with a down, down, go to the F for the up, up, and then go to the D7 for the down at the very end. So you have the A minor, down, F on the up, D7, down, up. So all together through the verse, through that intro, you have the G, down, up, down, up, G, myself, what felt a little bit better or closer to the recording is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, like 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along to 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, 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 down. The weird part is where you got that A minor F D, and you may want to do the A minor with kind of a down, 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 and then hit the F for the up, down, and then go to the D for the down, up, down. So A minor, down, 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 F on the up, down, D, down, up, down, up. You kind of half that. So through the intro that way. You have another 16th pattern, especially for the A minor F part, actually I was really digging on, is a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do it down on 1 and an up on 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do an up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the third beat, you do an up on 2, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, 1, up, 1, up. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3. we're going to do the A minor with the down, up, up, and then go to the F for the down, up, up, and then go to the D for the down, up, down, up, D. A minor, up, up, F, up, D. So all together that way, you'd have the G. You may want to grab away and kind of run with it, depending on your level. And we repeat that progression twice for our intro, and then we go into our main verse idea. And our main verse idea starts out on the G chord, and then we do more G, and you can even kind of work any of these strum patterns or even mix between them. But then we go to a D minor chord, and normally you do this first finger on the high E first fret, second finger on the G second fret, third finger on the B third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord. It sounds really sad. And just like the D major, you may want to dig on lifting off the first finger, making that a D sus2, or adding in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended chord, and kind of saying some stuff around it. Or you can make it a D minor 7 by doing first finger of the top two strings, E and B, and then second finger on the G string second fret. Kind of dig on that through the song too. Or even mixing it up between those chords can be good. On the verse, it's kind of weird. The D minor actually is only one note away from an F major chord. So if you wanted to, you could even almost substitute those two back and forth. But on the first time through the verse chorus, you'll definitely hear kind of the G chord, and then more G, and then we got our D minor, and then more D minor, and then our C major, and more C, minor, and more D minor. And then from there, it kind of gets turned into kind of our F major kind of gets substituted in for our D minor the first time. And then kind of the G, F, C, D minor phrase 3 times, and then we go into our second verse chorus, which kind of does that same idea. Then we go back into our intro, and then we go to our bridge part. And our bridge goes to an E minor chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A second, second finger on the D second, and if you strum all those together, it sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And you may also dig on adding in the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of making that an E minor 7. And then from the E minor, we'd be going to an A major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B second. If you strum all those together, that makes that an A major chord. It sounds really happy. And just like the A minor, you may dig on lifting off the third finger, making it an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the B third, an A suspended chord, and kind of saying some stuff around it. Or you may dig on taking the A major and lifting the second finger, always a dangerous finger to lift. That makes an A7 chord. Or if you're slightly offended, you could put your second finger on the B second, pinky on the high E third for an A7 with a little bit more bite. And then from the A7 we go to an A minor chord, and then we end up on the D major chord. And you can do that with any of those strums actually. Kind of E minor, A7, A minor, D major. And then from there, we'll be going back into our intro progression for our outro. Now the weird part is to play along with Lauryn Hill, instead of starting on a G major chord, they're starting on an A flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on first fret, then now your G major is really an A flat major, and your C major is really a D flat major, and your A minor is really a B flat minor, and your F is really a G flat major, and your D major is really a E flat major, and the D minor is really an E flat minor, and the E minor is really an F minor chord, and your A major is really a B flat major chord. But take it from the very, very beginning, you kind of work that intro, like kind of that 0, 3, 2, 0, 0, and then we kind of come in on our G chord. And you can do that any of those ways. You can just work the down idea, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or kind of working the down, down, up, down, up. C, idea, you kind of work that. The G, C, A minor, F, or you can work the other 16th idea. It's the G, and then we go into our main verse chorus. You can work that with any of those ideas. So we got our G, or G, and we got that D minor the first time. D minor, C, G, F, C, D minor phrase 3 times after our G, D minor, C, D minor phrase. And then we go into what I'm calling the second verse, which really kind of keeps that idea going. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the G, you'd have the low E string for the bass. On the D minor, you'd have the D for the bass. The D major, you'd have the D for the bass. Unless you're doing the D slash F sharp, then you have the low E for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the F major, so you'd have the D for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the A7, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the E minor, you'd have the low E for the bass. So we tried that second verse with kind of a bass down, up, down, up. You have that G, idea, you could add basses to those and make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, a bass, down, up, down. If you're taking on the other 16th, you could work it as a bass, up, bass, up, down, up, down. So we tried that second verse that way. You have the G, intro return. Now on the intro, we could try that with a bass down, up, too, and we have the G with the bass, down, up, down, G with the bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, A minor, then the A bass, down, F on up, B7. Or if we tried that with the 16th idea, we got the G, then we'd be going into our bridge part. And you could try that with just the bass down, up, down, up. They have E minor with low E bass, A7 with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, D with a D bass. Or if you're digging on the 16th idea, you have the E minor, A7. Into our outro, which is just like our intro. So we got kind of that G, very end, I just played a big G, kind of make people clap. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Nothing Even Matters by Lauryn Hill. So good luck!